a lot. It took me almost 2 years for me to find a job out of college. And I say that because it took 9 months after college for me to realize that I needed help. And if I knew earlier that I needed help, then maybe I could have gotten here quicker. But it took me 9 months for me to realize, like, I'm not as good at this as I thought I was. I'm really not. And that's not even a jab at myself, like, oh, I suck, but that was sincerely like, I think I need extra help. And that's something I would totally, tell out like any listeners out there that like sometimes there are times that you really have to put your pride aside and you have to say like this is something that's so important for me to do and get there. But and that's what I decided, okay, to do something. I went to the Flatiron School. So I did their software engineering boot camp, 15 weeks. It was like 15 weeks, 5 days a week, no, six sometimes, 12 hours a day of just coding, like nothing else. And if you slacked at all, like you would just get booted immediately. So that was very, very intense. I would recommend it for those who are sincerely passionate about going into tech because it can get expensive and it's very draining. But I met so many amazing people and I gained so many really good skills from that. So can't miss it. After that, it took me about 3 months for me to find my job, but I've been here for about 2 years, and even then, actually, um, it's not. It's like it hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows, is what I will say either, because it started off like I did my interview thinking I was going to be an engineer. And then on my very first day, I show up all shiny. I'm all like prepped up, ready to go. And I go to my first board meeting of the day, and they tell me, meet our new business analyst. And then I was just like, business analyst? I came here, you told me, HR told me I was an engineer. I didn't come here to be business analyst. And yeah, no, that was like the biggest shock. I went to like after work to like some local bar and I like cried with a few of my friends because I was like, I can't believe that I worked so hard, so damn hard my whole life, and I am still here. Like I still have to fight. I'm not done yet. And to be honest, I'm never gonna be done. None of us are, like, and I think that's I guess that's the beauty of life is to continue learning. And I have a tattoo, many tattoos. We have one tattoo that's dedicated to lifelong learning, and I have a small little Saturn on my wrist. And a lot of people, if they don't want to hear like the whole long story on that tattoo, I just tell them like I like space and it's fun. But I dedicate that one small tattoo to lifelong learning because there's so many things above us that we're never going to really know about in our lifetime. And I think the fact that we have like that search, that constant knowledge, like that constant craving for knowledge is something that drives me a lot too. So I have that little Saturn for that. But I went through some time, went through, banging pots and pans to make sure that people knew that this is what I wanted to do. And it took me about 6 months, and then that's when like an opening like happened for like UI engineer, user interface engineer, and I got into that role. That's the role that I have now, but even that role was like hell and a half for a very long time. Um, and yeah, just really like, and I don't want to get so much into it unless that's one of the questions to go a little bit into it. So I'll totally will if you want me to. But that's a bit of that. It's been a lot of hill climbing. I'm in a better place now at work, which is pretty good. And even then, like I found another passion of mine recently, which was user interface design. Um, sorry, user experience. I said interface. That's what I do. User experience design. And I got that passion from working with a whole bunch of designers. And from there now, I'm actually in the middle of changing my career again. And a lot of people might be like, you work so hard to get to where you are now, and you want to change your career again? And I'm like, well, sincerely, yeah. if it's something that I know that I love, and I know that I got to this one goal, I can get to the second goal too. I don't know how long